Take the time to do the reflection. I would try to do the reflection while school is still in session. Because remember, reflection isn't always about the negative. It's a good time to do it now. Hey everyone, we are back once again for the Stand Tall Leadership Show. I am here and I'm here with Meg from Integrated. How you doing, Meg?
Hey, Steve, doing good.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing great
Yeah.
today. We're here to give you some knowledge, information, all that stuff. We're at the Stand Tall Leadership Show. And what is our topic for today, Meg? What's our topic?
Well, Steve, I think it's a perfect topic for this time of the year. You know, we're closing up December, we're starting to roll in. And so our topic tonight is personal reflection. So we're doing some reflecting.
Yes, personal reflection and reflecting. And I agree with you. I think this is a great time of year to do this for two different reasons. One, because it's the end of the calendar year. And I think that it makes sense that people do that. They think back over the year and see how they're doing, what went well, what didn't go well, have that reflection. The other reason why I think it is really a great thing, because as it relates to the school year, this is a winter break. This is where you've already had the first part. The second half of the year is coming up. It's a little bit longer, yes, but I think it's a great time that you can readjust, change, look at things a little bit different, so that the remainder of your time in school for this school year can be as best and good as possible. So I think that makes a lot of sense to have it during this time.
So reflection, personally, for you, Steve, like if you were admin in a building, what kind of things would you think about, coming up, having this winter break? What's some things that you would kind of reflect on and some pinpoints that we could look at?
Well, first of all, I think it is the fact that we have to do this, because we all know in December, it is like when you get back from the Thanksgiving break, it is mad rush time. It is like, right? It's insane. It's just like go till we get to the winter break. And a lot of times we don't take the time to do that reflection. Or you have this mindset that when you get on winter break, I'm not thinking of this place at all. I need to de-stress. I need to come down. I need to not worry about this job. And I'll think about this after the ball drops on the first, that kind of thing. And I think that is not the right way to go about it. So The first thing is to take the time to do the reflection. Take the time to do the reflection. I would try to do the reflection while school is still in session. You get a different feel, you get a different understanding, because when you're doing a little reflection, then you can come in maybe the next day, you're in school, you can kind of look around, you're like, yeah, that right there, or really proud of that. Because remember, reflection isn't always about the negative. That's the one thing. Also, people think that when you're doing reflection, it's about finding out what's not working. I'm not happy with this. This isn't going right. I need to change that. But it also reflection is, well, hey, this went really well. Oh, I love this. Oh, I'm going to ramp this up. Oh, I'm really enjoying these kids. Oh, this is great. It doesn't always have to be negative. So as an administrator, from the administrator standpoint, from where I am, my main thought is to make sure that reflection takes place. It doesn't always have to be negative. And it's a good time to do it now. It really is. That's my thought.
Yeah, I think it's a good point to do your reflecting before you leave. Because it's true. You walk out those doors and you're like, okay, I need to come off of whatever that was. I will tell you right now in our school, they're doing this wonderful thing. Okay. They're doing the 12 days of Christmas, 12 days countdown. So they, every morning announcement, they pull the name out of a hat for a student and for a staff, and they get like a little gift. So we're all excited, my name going to be drawn, I don't know, coffee gift card.
That's actually very clever. I like that. Yeah.
I know, it's so good. However, it might have a different effect, because now you have told students how many days left
Oh,
are of school. So this can be a positive or a negative thing. Like they're super stoked to leave, or you have those students that are like,
yes.
I don't want to leave. And so now you've started your day at 9:00 with saying, we only have 9 days left.
Yes. I'm a huge, let's pause. We have to pause, because
Okay.
there's actually, I believe I have a video. If you go to YouTube and you YouTube Stand Tall Steve countdown, I have a YouTube on how I hate the countdown.
Yeah.
I hate the count, especially at the end of the year. All right. But it also pertains to now. And this goes to what you're saying. I love the ideas of 12 days of Christmas. Hey, every day we're going to do something, and they're trying to put a positive spin on it, but it still brings the connotation and the mindset of, let's get out of here. How long can we get? You're subconsciously putting a negative taste in the mind's mouth of everyone, that it's better when you're not here.
I mean, the gift card is a great idea, but I feel like maybe don't tell us how many days are left.
Yes.
I anticipate, I'm excited for break, but then again, I'm not excited for break. I think, that reflection piece comes in. But back to doing it in the classroom, doing your reflection in the moment is huge. So, think back when teacher training, however long ago that was for everybody, we're always told, reflect, write down your reflection. How did your lesson go? What could you have done better? What went really well? Even as a veteran teacher of however many years it's been, every day I'm walking out of the building thinking, okay, how did I handle this relationship with this kid? Could I have done this better? How did that reflect this? The lessons that I'm delivering, what went really well? What did they hold on to? What can I change? So I think, even as a veteran teacher, you need to constantly be reflecting, and more so now, I guess, at the end of the year.
Yes. I mean, it's a perfect time to do it. Reflection should happen all the time. Yes. I'm not arguing with that. I'm sure some people who are listening or watching this, people listen to this podcast, they're in their car. I reflect all the time, Steve. Why are you saying this? No, yes, reflect all the time.
We get it.
But keeping in mind of the timeline that we have now, where we are this time of the year, this is the perfect time to do even a little bit of a deeper dive into that level of reflection. I just did a virtual keynote, or it's actually a keynote. It's a virtual training with a school in Long Island, New York, just yesterday. And the focus of it was classroom management that works. So we're going over how to adjust the culture and climate in your classroom in order to get the outcomes that you want for classroom management. Everybody thinks that classroom management is strategies or rules. No, you change the environment, classroom management works perfectly. So we went through those things, and the reaction I got from all the teachers, one of the best reactions I got with them is I said to them, you do realize you can change this up now. Like they think that they set their classrooms in September or August, whenever they start, and that was it. This is the way I run. No, take this learning, reflect, think of the options, and this is the perfect timing. Take a little break from winter break, come back, boom, reset.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do, if you need to reset your classroom, let's say the seating chart thing isn't working for you, try flexible seating and it just flopped for you. This class doesn't have it, or whatever it may be. My favorite thing to do is just to take, an hour and literally rearrange your classroom, because there's nothing better than just moving a table 5 feet to the left. And they're like, oh, we should change this entire room. And then you can start those expectations or the reflection that you had, like, what can I change to be better this semester? You're coming in with a new, physical space, and then a new mental space as well.
Absolutely. One of the things when I was a building principal, I used to tell my staff, there's set, reset, hard reset. Set, reset, hard reset. So set is something's not working right classroom management wise. All right, we got to get this set. Stop the instruction. Hey, everyone, let's zone in. Remind them what the expectations are. This is what we're about, what it is you respect and value. Are we all good? We're straight. You might take 10, 15 minutes, get everybody in the same mindset. All right, let's go. That's set. Reset is similar to what you're talking about. You know what? We need to take an hour. We're going to move some furniture. We're going to reset expectations. We're going to go through the whole EDGE method, which is explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable. We're going to go through the whole process with everybody. Do we all understand? Boom. That's a reset. So we have set, immediate, reset, and then we have hard reset. Hard reset is when set and reset aren't working. Kids are off the wall. Something's just, whoo, it's bad. You go to your administration, you explain to them, we need to suspend the instruction and curriculum for a day. And you take it back like it's day one. And you hard reset, you send a note home to parents if you're at the elementary level, right? Middle school, high school, just do what you got to do, right? But the elementary level, send a note home, let everybody know, look, tomorrow we need to do a hard reset in the classroom. We're going to be going over everything again. So that way, when they come home, parents are not like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it's set, reset, hard reset. But you can't even get to that unless you've reflected.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping you're going to bring that up. I was going to ask you because we're kind of experiencing that now. So Wyoming, we have a little different here. We have our sixth graders in our elementary building.
Oh, there's a lot of places like that. Okay.
Okay.
So,
yes. They're ready. They're ready to go on. They're big. They got this, sixth grade. And so I think this group is a huge challenge. They're just a challenge. They're just challenging. They're just wearing everybody out. And I just sat down the other day. My son is in the sixth grade class. And I thought, how can we help these teachers, their classroom teachers, reflect on what's going on? And then can we put a positive spin on it? Can we what do sixth graders want? What excites you? It's not extra recess. What do they need? So let's put some reflecting on how can we make the rest of the school year better, because what's going on right now is not working and learning is not happening. So I love that hard reset. I think
sometimes you need to do that hard reset. And here's the other piece of it. When you're talking about doing a reflection to make something better, okay, make sure you're reflecting in a sense of reality, realistic expectations. Because sometimes you're trying to think and you're reflecting and you're like, I need to do some things there to make it better. And then you go in and you try it and it doesn't work 100%. And now you're like, oh, that sucked. That was terrible. It didn't work. Now you're all mad and everything. And you're blaming administration. Now, look, what I love to say, and I've said this before in some of my trainings, is reduce, not eliminate. That's the concept. Reduce, not eliminate. We're not going to eliminate issues, problems, concerns, and bad behavior. You're not. Or
the sixth graders. You can't eliminate them.
You can't eliminate them. That kid, right? We all know who that kid is. That kid has been around for thousands of years, right? Some of y'all listening were that kid. When that kid leaves your classroom, there's going to be another that kid. You're not. So don't go in there thinking that you're going to eliminate all this stuff. What you can do is what? Reduce. You can reduce the issues, problem, concern through the reflection, through planning, taking the time to think, getting yourself together, coming up with a plan, and then you can reduce it. But here's the issue. This is the problem that a lot of schools have. You don't recognize the reduction. So when you do get the reduction, it does reduce. You're still like, well, they're still acting up. Oh my gosh, this just doesn't work. No, it's less. You've had now 5 class interruptions during your lesson instead of 8. Congratulations.
You're making progress.
You're making progress, but we never take the time to notice the reduction. Again, noticing the reduction is reflection as well.
And that's a huge point, Steve, that your reflection can be as big or as little as you need it to be in the moment that you're in.
That's it.
I mean, we're all here coming up to January and we're like, oh, my New Year's resolution is going to be this and this. You all aren't going to do any of that.
No, you're not.
You're going to do it. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You're going to do it. I think, okay, so let's take it classroom integrated. We have this huge mindset shift to how to deliver instruction. And so reflecting on how is your teaching, how is that going in your classroom, and how can you change that? And it's so huge, that point that you're making of, you don't have to do it all at once.
No.
You know, you can reflect, I want this to change, but how can I do it in steps? You know, if you're not a jump in the deep end right away, you know,
Yeah.
what are some steps you can take in the goal that you want to make? And I think reflection, the positive things you're doing, but also like, are you uncomfortable enough to make growth in your reflection?
Could you please say that again?
If you if you are not uncomfortable, you can't make growth.
You can't.
Can't do
But
it.
everybody wants to be comfortable all the time.
Yes.
You can't.
But they want to grow. They
right.
want things to be better.
Exactly. I was just at the gym earlier today. I was very uncomfortable. My trainer that I got a trainer. He gave me a routine to do. It's not easy, but I know that I'm making growth because it's not easy. Same thing with the classroom. Same thing with everything. No one has made any outrageous growth being comfortable. Now I do have a question. I'm going to switch things a little bit. So my question is your thought as we talk about reflection, the value of writing down your reflections? Because I know even me, most of the time when I'm reflecting, it's in my head. You know, I'm thinking of this. Okay, thinking of it. Writing those reflections down. What are your thoughts?
So if I'm just reflecting like on a day or the week or like smaller things, it's all in my head. Like, what can I do? What's tomorrow going to look like? But I'm a huge list person, and color coding, like my Google Drive is put together. It's color coded. There's I mean, and that's kind of how I feel in different sections of my life, you know, as a mom, as a teacher, as a speaker, you know, what are my goals for each one of those things? And then those are the things that I write down and try to keep it in the forefront. Right. So bigger things written down, smaller things, just kind of mental.
Yeah, that's it. I'm both. I'm both. And what I do, especially with the smaller things that I am just reflecting on in my head or whatever like that, I try to attach an emotion to it. Meaning that, and I this is the first time I've ever really talked about it, but I've been doing this for so long. So if I'm reflecting over something and I come to a realization of whatever it is that I'm reflecting on, good or bad, I try to say, okay, what do I feel? What am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? I think about that, because when that comes up again, I don't want to forget it. And I know that I remember better when it's attached to an emotion or a feeling. That's so good. I purposely kind of do that. I don't know if it's great or not. I don't know. I may have, blown some people's minds or whatever, but I don't know. But that's what I kind of do. I just kind of like, whenever I'm reflecting, I'm kind of pondering and, oh yeah, I gotta with that. Okay, how am I feeling? Where am I feeling that at? Okay, I feel kind of tense. All right, tense. I can do that. Tense. So next time there's something comes around, oh, I remember that feeling. What was that feeling? Oh, that was this. And boom, I can remember it. Now, on the bigger things, I am a journaler. So I journal. I write. Now, being someone who's dyslexic who actually writes is pretty crazy. I mean, everything in there is misspelled, but I know what it means. But yeah, I write things down, and I have a whole system. Like when I read and what's that?
This does not shock me that there's a system to this.
I know, right? So somebody who's a former art teacher who used to hug trees and play music and stuff, I have systems for everything. And I was told part of me being dyslexic is I had to create these systems in order to make it. So this is just apropos for me. Anyway, so what I do is if I write things down, and I have a concept or an idea, I put a star next to something that's really important. If I have a quote that I read or a quote that I came up with, I put a Q in front of it. If it is something that I need to stop, I put a negative in front of it before I actually write the thing, meaning like this needs to stop, it's negative, boom, get rid of that or whatever like that in there. So those are the kind of things that I, and then if it's a speaking thing, I put an S next to it, meaning that I'm going to grab it and speak and use it within speaking and things like that. But then I break up my journals kind of funny as well. So like the first part of the journal, the first 20 pages is all about books that I've read. The second 20 pages of the journal is for new ideas. The next 20 pages of my journal is for when I go to professional developments or I learn something from somebody else. The last 20 pages of the journal, next 20 pages or so, is for just open, free, scribble, draw, whatever. So that's how I kind of organize it. Well, I just went somewhere, didn't I, gang?
I know, but it's wonderful because I think as educators, we all have that. Like we're either like sticky note people or note takers. I literally have sitting on my desk like a pile of spiral like notebook, and each booklet is for something different. And I was just telling Kara the other day, I was like, I gotta go through this and like take out or like reflect on what we got here and get rid of it and keep it. Yeah, I'm not a big like vision board person. Do you do vision boards?
I tried, and that's not now. I do love a nice big marker board, and I'll scribble all over to draw and get some stuff going. But I'm not a vision board kind of guy at all.
Oh, we literally care. I'm in our office. We have this poster board full of all sticky notes that was made probably this time last year, and it's starting to wrinkle, and the sticky notes falling off. You know, our visions are there, but. Yeah, so you got to do what's for you.
You got to work for you. And one thing within my journals and everything, and I did this all the time, I would eventually go back and I would highlight all the really good stuff.
Oh, good.
And I would take that really good stuff and put it on index cards. And those index cards I would keep with me. And that actually is how I developed speeches, because I would use those index card as a storyboard and just. But anyway, but you'll learn all that through Within Our Ranks if you were part of it.
Let's talk about that, though. That's coming up, and I am so excited.
Yes.
Can we talk about Within Our Ranks?
Yes, we can. We can. Okay. We can jump into. Hey, I hope everybody got everything that you need for reflection. Yes. Reflect. Within Our Ranks. Within our ranks.
Let's talk about reflection leading to Within Our Ranks. If you are reflecting on your next goal to be, share your knowledge, and you've got something for the education world. That's what you need Within Our Ranks. It is good. I got to go through Steve's program. I'm sure you've heard us say this a bajillion times, but you need it one more. Every time we have a monthly meeting, it's set up different now, but every time that I would talk to Steve, I would leave mind blown. I could not sleep. I would just reflecting vision board. It was insane. So if you're someone that wants to speak,
yes, that's what it is. You got it. And here's the thing. It's like, there are so many amazing, awesome educators that are out there. You know you're right. Okay. You're right. You have an understanding. You know that there's a better way to do this. Either you're currently doing it, or you've seen it doing, or you're well researched, or whatever it might be. And you want to start sharing this with other people. You love education. You might be upset with how education is going right now, the politics and all that. Fine. Okay. I get it. But you know what you understand is right, and you want to share it with other people, but you just don't know how. You may go to your own district and say, hey, there's a PD day. I'll do a PD day, right? A lot of us started off that way. But now you're realizing that you've grown bigger than your own school. You've grown bigger than your district. You've grown bigger than your state, right? And it's like, this needs to get out. Within Our Ranks is a way for educators to learn how to do that. It's not only just crafting a great speech or crafting a good consulting or crafting a good workshop. It is understanding the business of educational speaking. And that's what this is all about. So it is on January 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Yep.
In Hotlanta.
Yes. Is it hot in Atlanta in December? In January?
Yes, it's going to be. We'll just, because we're going to be there. So it's we're going to be there. It's going to be hot. But both Meg,
Wyoming for Atlanta.
Yes. Meg and I will both be there. I'm only taking 12 people. That's it. This is not a cattle call. All the educators come. It's a big, huge summit. No. 12 people focused in, helping you identify what your speaking topic is, your niche, your understanding, all those pieces, so that when you leave there, you are at the beginning stages, or even if you're a current speaker right now and you want to go further, you'll go further with this. So that's what it's all about.
Perfect.
So if you're interested in any way, go to withinourranks.com, withinourranks.com, or reach out to me, Steven, Steven, at standtallsteve.com. or reach out to Meg.
Yep.
Integrated.
Integrated K-12. We're on all the platforms, LinkedIn.
That's it.
All
right.
Yeah, we got you. Awesome. Well, thank you, Steve. I am excited I'll probably go reflect on something, write something to do.
Yes, I'm gonna go do some reflection myself. That's what it is. All right.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good one. And if you don't hear from us by the end of this year, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Whatever it is that you celebrate, have a fabulous new year, and we will see you later. All right. See you, gang.